There has long been discourse about whether Obi-Wan Kenobi was truly the best choice as Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Master, but this surprising Star Wars theory suggests Mace Windu may have been his ideal master instead. From the moment Anakin was introduced to the Jedi Council as a small boy in Star Wars, Episode I, The Phantom Menace, the Jedi suspected that he was the chosen one, foretold to bring balance to the Force and destroy the Sith. Rather than excitement about the implications, though, the Jedi had serious concerns about the threat Anakin could pose. Initially, the Jedi rejected Anakin, believing he was too old and too attached to his mother to become a Jedi initiate. This decision was reversed when Qui-Gon Jinn, who wanted to be Anakin's Jedi Master, died at the hands of Darth Maul. Following that loss, the Jedi Council allowed Obi-Wan to train Anakin. However, their original fears unfortunately proved true, as Anakin became Darth Vader, one of Star Wars' most powerful Sith. This Star Wars theory interestingly suggests that Mace Windu, rather than Obi-Wan, may have been the Jedi Master to keep Anakin from falling to the dark side. Mace Windu understood the dark side better than most. Although Mace Windu may have come across as a strict, even judgmental rule-following Jedi Master throughout the Star Wars prequel trilogy, in truth, Mace Windu shockingly towed the line of the dark side of the Force frequently. Mace Windu used a forbidden lightsaber form, Form 7, also known as Juyo, one of the variants of the form. This lightsaber form was banned by the Jedi specifically because it was so aggressive, making the Jedi using the form more susceptible to the dark side. In fact, Form 7 was favored by the Sith because it was so aggressive. Impressively, Mace Windu managed to use Form 7 without falling to the dark side, meaning that he learned how to tap into his emotions and be aggressive while still remaining committed to the light. This also means that Mace Windu had a very unique level of familiarity with the dark side of the Force, particularly compared to most other Jedi. Presumably, every time he used this lightsaber form, he had to confront the dark side, resisting the pull towards it even as he used such an aggressive fighting form. Mace had learned how to channel his inner darkness. Mace Windu Shatterpoint cover art. Notably, Mace Windu had a very creative and brilliant way to avoid Form 7 turning him to the dark side of the Force. Mace Windu created his own variation of this fighting form, called Vapad. Vapad was still an aggressive fighting form that incorporated one's emotions. However, with Vapad, Mace Windu did not fully give in to his emotions. Rather, he used his feelings to his advantage without letting anger consume him as it might a Sith. Vapad was therefore a less dangerous variant of Form 7 that did not tempt the user toward the dark side in the same way. This practice does suggest that Mace Windu would have been an excellent Jedi Master for Anakin. Clearly, Mace Windu understood the temptations of the dark side of the Force. He could have used this knowledge to guide Anakin, particularly given the unconventional nature of Anakin's Jedi journey. More than that, though, Vapad proves that Mace Windu knew that there were strategies Jedi could use to overcome a pull to the dark side. Mace Windu's approach would therefore have been quite distinct from what Anakin ultimately experienced in the Jedi Order. Rather than a nuanced approach that provided this type of flexibility, Anakin's training in the Jedi Temple often reinforced black and white thinking about the light and dark side of the Force that caused Anakin to think that there was something fundamentally bad or wrong with him. In fact, this pattern really began in The Phantom Menace when the Jedi Council initially rejected Anakin from the Order. It continued each time the Jedi acted wary of Anakin or held him at arm's length. With not only Vapad itself but also the logic behind it, Mace Windu could have helped Anakin accept his flaws while teaching him how to navigate them in a way that kept him on the light side of the Force. Specifically, he could have taught Anakin practices that could have turned these same dangerous emotions of fear and anger into something that brought Anakin into balance. In that sense, Mace Windu's training may have been preferable to Obi-Wan's, which often involved either enabling Anakin or shaming him. Mace didn't quite trust Anakin. Oddly enough, the fact that Mace Windu didn't trust Anakin may also have worked in Mace Windu and Anakin's favors when it came to a master and apprentice dynamic and Anakin's future. Part of the issue with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin's dynamic was that Obi-Wan was often much too lenient on Anakin, undoubtedly because he did ultimately grow to truly love him. In fact, Obi-Wan almost certainly knew about Anakin and Padmé's love affair, and, despite the risk it posed, Obi-Wan never intervened.